Right, YouTube, this is Robert NES 816, and it has been a long ass time since I've made any video game related videos. And the reason for that is I've largely gotten out of collecting. The reason for that is basically I have pretty much everything I've ever wanted for every console I've ever kind of lusted after, since childhood. So the collecting phase for me is more or less over. I have pretty much, like I said, every game, accessory, or whatever that was sold in North America that I could possibly want. There's a few that I will never find or be able to afford or whatever, so, I'm fine with that. Emulation comes in handy with that. Speaking of emulation, though, so here we have something that I've waited like 2 years for. I did want one of these when they first came out, even though I bashed the shit out of it, though, because of the way how Nintendo handled it. Making a limited run of these and coming up with bullshit excuses. But meanwhile, they were just doing the same thing that they did with the original NES, which was purposely making small batches of it to create a false demand for something that really had, a set number of people that wanted it, and then finally when they did get their hands on it, it caught on like fire, and then, pretty much the word was out there. But they've re-released the NES Classic Edition, and there's one thing about it that I really wish they would have fixed. So it still only comes with one controller, so I got a spare controller for it, but the cord length, what the fuck, Nintendo? So yeah, basically I had to get an extension cable for this, and I only got one because I really don't see myself playing this with more than one person. My girlfriend is not a fan of retro games like I am. She likes PS1 games and some Sega Genesis games and SNES games, but when it comes to 8-bit stuff, she just can't. She hates it. So for me, though, I love the NES. I love the Master System, the Game Gear, Game Boy. I love all those 8-bit systems because they're so much fun, for me at least. But yeah, this cable, why? Why, Nintendo? Why would you not make a nice long cable like you did for the SNES Classic? God damn it. I would have gladly have paid another $10 for another controller. And also for a longer cable. Not hard things to do, but that's how Nintendo likes to make their money. So they charge $59.99 for this stupid thing. Include one controller, and then no cable extensions. So Nintendo's losing money on the cable extensions, because are these official Nintendo products? I don't think so. I'm not sure. It doesn't really have the little Nintendo seal of approval thingy on it there. I don't know. But anyways, there's a lot online that are of questionable quality, so those I probably won't buy. But this one, I've known Nyko forever, so we'll see. But yeah, I gladly would have paid another $10 or even $20 for two controllers with longer cords already. That would have been great. Price it the same as the SNES Classic, just two controllers with longer cords. Done deal. It does make for more cool things to store, though. So you have a cool little box here for your controller and, whatever. I'm not going to do an unboxing because, let's face it, you can go anywhere online and look at that. This is just me complaining about something I wish Nintendo would have fixed with the re-release of this console. So anyways, the good thing is that these are readily available now. You can buy them up at your leisure. No more scalping bullshit, no more anything. Also, speaking of scalping bullshit, so if you want to buy a real NES, a real regular Nintendo, I keep saying Nintendo because, you're looking at about $100 for one of these things, $80 to $100. Sometimes you get lucky, and that's because of scalping. Because the NES Classic was scalped so badly that they were like, "Fuck it, let's scalp these things too." So a console that was actually easier to find than NES Classic is now just as expensive as the original releases online, and nobody's buying them really. If you do buy a regular NES for $100. I feel bad for you. You got into the hobby at such a bad time. I mean, when I got into this hobby, it was around 2015-ish, and I would say even then was bad because the prices were already starting to shoot up and the popularity was going crazy. But now, I mean, I'm at a point now where I don't even want to look on eBay, because if I do, I just kind of cry a little bit. I'm like, Jesus, You know, and you have a reseller that's like, just dug out of basement, put electricity to it, did not catch on fire, selling as is. Pretty much that type of mentality. So yeah. Or like, you know, listed on eBay, has waterline, probably doesn't work, $100, rare. You know, some stupid shit like that. But yeah. So, anyways, there's the little fella right there. There you go, little guy. Look at you, so fucking adorable. I'm gonna power it on for the first time. I bought this thing 3 weeks ago. I have a friend that works at Walmart, so I got this thing for the employee discount for this and a controller, thank God. The controller, I just got the extension for. Just had to go to GameStop and buy this damn thing. But yeah, so I'm going to indulge in some classic gaming, and I'm going to play some games that I've played a million times over, but now in properly upscaled 720p quality on my 1080p Toshiba television set. So not the best, but hey, I'm going to hack it later on, and I'm hopefully going to try and put the rest of the NES library on it. And that'll be that. So same with the Super Nintendo. I gotta try doing that too. I'll probably mess them up doing so, but whatever. They'll make nice little shelf pieces. So there you go, guys. So sorry about the shortage of video game videos for the longest time, but you know what? I don't have anything to repair anymore because all of my stuff I've already gone through and fixed and cleaned the hell out of. So no more repairs for me. I don't want to take in repairs anymore. I don't want anything really to do with the hobby as far as that, because I don't want to deal with the bullshit with people being cheap fucks and, you know, dicking me around or whatever. So I'm not doing the repair aspect of it. So I mean, I'll give out advice and stuff like that to a point, but then, you know, whatever. But as far as new video game videos go, probably not. So I'm gonna find other random things I can focus the channel on. So I'm not going to take down my old videos. I'm going to leave them up, and you know, if I come up with any unique issues in the future, you know, I'll make videos about that. But for the most part, though, you know, my retro collecting days, I would say, are over for the most part. As far as me playing anything retro now, it's pretty much going to be like at my leisure. You know, whenever I feel like playing stuff. I don't really have any intent of selling what I have because I still enjoy playing the games that I have, but I'm not going to, you know, be collecting anymore because I don't see this hobby as an investment. I see it more as a loss because it's kind of like you're selling things now, and you know, the prices on eBay are going for fairly high now, but they're not really selling like they used to. So, you know, it's really just kind of a give and take and just kind of enjoy what I have type of deal. So that's Robert NES 816, and thanks for watching.